How's it, Dave? Hello, Sean. It's good to be on again in the background. Nonetheless, doesn't matter. I think some of you know about it, but we had load shedding. In fact, even before the weekend, our power went off, and we were on solar, but it wasn't like before. It was a bit shaky, so we needed the additional power for washing machines and other stuff. So I mean, I just couldn't fly. Didn't do a single flight this weekend. Felt so bizarre. Anyway, electricity's back on. Load shedding's been suspended, and solar is working normally again. You know, go figure. So, anyway, I'm waiting for Zibo. I see he's typing to me right now. Guys, this is not an entertainment flight, really. This is more me checking out what's happened, what's changed, and then finding bugs, reporting bugs. I've got a couple of things to show you and so on, but you know, feel free to continue with something on the other side. Just keep an ear, you know, listening, and obviously you can watch as much as you want. But oh, okay, all right. Oh, thank you, Zibo. You just typed it for him as well. Okay. Right. So my first obstacle is obviously not being a real pilot. Well, a real Boeing pilot at least. Okay. And I've obviously learned pretty much in the same way that you guys are learning from me. I've learned from real pilots. I've learned from real instructors. I've learned by reading a lot. And lately, I've been hitting the AI quite aggressively to actually sharpen my knowledge, you know, the paper knowledge, the book knowledge, whatever you want to call it. And one of the things, obviously, now that Zibo's introduced, I mean, he is light years ahead of me now, understanding and working with the Boeing documentation and stuff. You know, he's got things that I don't even have. So bottom line is, I needed to know what was this IRS NAV only issue. Okay, so if you're clever and you do your homework, you will see it means that the GPS signal is lost or it failed. Okay, now this is obviously something that Ziba just said that he's working on. He says he's going to release a fix. I just don't know if it's going to be a private one for us guys to test first, or if it's going to be an actual release for public usage. I don't know, but he said about 1 hour. And let me just get this wording right. He says he's now finished more of the system. So basically this error is because some parts of the system isn't available yet. So according to what I understand is with the new fix that he's bringing out, this will be fixed. It will run as in the real aircraft. Okay, so that was now the second hurdle that I had today. I need to understand that this is for this build of the Zibomod, this is normal, and with the next build, the system this depends on will be in place. Okay, it's easy as that. Hello, Marius, welcome. All right, so I'm going to kill that. We don't need that. I used GPS left to do my alignment, and now I just want to see what other John is typed here for me. I just want to quickly read that as well. I'm kissing on this. No, I don't see any IRS failure lights anyway. There's nothing that tells me. I think it's up here. Wireless GLS GP. I can't remember where it is. Yeah, I don't know everything, or I forget things. Just quickly come down here. There's nothing under the flight controls, is there? Well, this is where you would select your navigation sources and stuff. Let's go back up. Oh, there's a line. This is the faults. Sorry, I'm talking nonsense. You know what? I caught myself for a sucker here. There's the fault lights. No, there's no failures. There's nothing here. Okay, so bottom line, what Zibo said is it's part of a system that's still in process of being made, and hopefully in 1 hour we can get it. Now, I'm going to fly more than 1 hour, so that's one of those things. I'll pick up on it later. Okay. All right, so we're getting there. This whole IRS drift thing is getting exciting now. Let's quickly have a look if we go there, there. Now we press the, oh, come on. Okay, now the position is on. We see the little, looks like an asterisk, okay? We see the PPOS is on. Right, and according to what Zibo said, let me get that. It should show the positions of the ADIRUs and the GPSs on the ND in pause mode. I'm not sure if it's not showing it now. It does show the little asterisk. Not sure if that is what it's called. Well, we'll figure it out. And then obviously what I did notice with one of my previous test flights is you go to your nav status page. Nav status, right? It's not operational until a while later. I can't remember if it's only available after engine start or if it's only available in flight. But I know that when you are in the cruise, there's a special page I need to show you. Okay, so I don't know when exactly it gets active, but it gets active later. Route. Request up plan. Maybe we need to get this in. Maybe this is the first trigger. We'll work through them step by step. Load. Right. 16 is actual. I see some of the operation has changed. In the past, when I clicked on it, I didn't have to execute. Now I have to execute. That's different. On the arrival, we need to use ILS 30. I was looking at a flight over the weekend. They were flying in from Hawaii, from the islands. It was a 6.5 hour or something flight. It was crazy long. And they flew into Edmonton yesterday, or the day before. I can't remember. It was over the weekend. It was crazy long for a 737-800. And we want to be on finals. Right, is a discontinuity we need to take care of. One more. Early morning in Seattle now. Okay, so we can back there. So that's interesting. According to this flight plan, we need to actually come back on ourselves. No, I'm talking nonsense. So why is that line over there? Because we are going to go down. We're going to fly down and then turn to... Oh, I see. We have to come back on ourselves. So we're going to turn and then come back. Yeah. All right, we'll keep vectors there then. We'll vector ourselves. Gonna expect the Zibomod to go and do that fancy pretty step there. Yeah, Marius, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm adventurous and all, but that is just, I don't know, man. Step. Go back and go up. All right, and there we're gonna do our vectors again. And we're gonna leave it like that. Right, we are fully loaded.
Preliminary pre-flight procedure.
Okay, yes, it's correct. 350 is correct. 3.4.
Park brake set. Ready for pre-flight procedure.
Thank you, Linda.
Preliminary pre-flight procedure complete. Enter the data in the CDU. Pre-flight procedure.
Move. All right. 147. 125. What is this thing now telling us? Start flight. What's the course? All right. Oh, come on. Thirty-five. I think. So. Thank you, Linda.
Around the cockpit, the tow's driving up now.
Right, I think we are all set. Let's just do the trim later. See altitude. Disabled.
Please check that the flight level is set correctly. Please check that the landing altitude is set correctly.
That's way out. Bunny, that's way out.
All doors and hatches are closed. We're connecting now.
Flight slow. Pull up.
Oh, yeah.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Why do you like to see the hydraulics like that?
Pull up. Airspeed low.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb. 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 Climb.
Pre-flight
now.
procedure
Climb.
complete.
Nose connected and bypass pins inserted. Release the brakes.
Climb.
I'm ready for pre-flight checklist.
Climb.
Thank you, Linda.
Conflict. Descend.
Uh,
Descend.
Trim
Crossing.
up.
Descend. Descend. Crossing.
Okay.
Descend. Descend.
Alright, so she's ready, we're ready.
Descend.
Go to
Descend
engines.
now. Increase climb. Increase climb. Increase descent.
Andrew, good morning. Sean, hope you enjoy that. Andrew, Linda? Linda's just done one funny thing for me now. She's gone back to the hydraulics and so page. You see this one instead of there. And I changed it and she took me back. So only complaint I have of her this morning. Otherwise, she's a good girl. Right, we can put that back on. Bypass pin is inserted and just final checks 47. That's fine. Let's push.
Okay, push is commencing. Go ahead and start the engines.
Okay, both of these work all of a sudden. Okay, whatever. The loose wire is now wiring again. Start number 2 engine.
Hey.
Starting number 2 engine.
Hey. 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 Quit. Hey. Hey. Quit. Hey. 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 Quit. Hey. 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 Quit. Hey. 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 Quit. Hey. 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 Quit. Hey. Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
that's an irritating voice.
25 and 2.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Don't know where that's coming from. Sounds like it's saying push back, but my audio isn't loud enough. If you can confirm, that'll be cool.
Quit. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Hopefully it goes away soon.
Quit. Hey. Hey. Quit.
Starter cutout.
Hey. Hey. Quit. Hey. 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 Quit. Hey. 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 Quit. Hey. 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 Quit.
Death on
Hey.
wheels.
Hey.
Start number 1 engine.
Your landing lights. Turn them off.
Starting number 1 engine.
Didn't like my landing lights being on in its eyes.
Operation
Sorry.
complete. Set the brakes.
There you go.
Stand by. We're disconnecting the tow now.
.25 25 and 2. Ready for before taxi procedure. Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Toes disconnected and bypass pin removed. Signals on the right. We'll see you.
Before taxi procedure.
Before taxi procedure. Before taxi procedure complete. I am ready for before taxi checklist.
Let's go. Before we take off, I just want to quickly read through the FMC. Wait. Let's just pop right here while I'm thinking of it. NAV status. Alright, we still don't have any usage of that. There's nothing happening here. Okay. Out of this
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare
airport
for
is
takeoff.
as the chart. So we've got it in here. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist.
Flaps 5 green light. Cabin is secure. We'll place our button. We're okay. Happiness is. We're at the right runway also, so all good.
Approaching 16 left.
Auto makes this very uneven, eh?
On runway 16 left.
stabilized.
Toga.
Takeoff thrust set. knots. Throttle hold. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Acceleration altitude.
Why are we turning? I go that skew? I don't know. I don't think so, but anyway. Hello, Vaughan. What's up with the descent? I don't have problems. Not yet. Are you pulling the handbrake? Enough.
Flaps 1 set. Flaps up and set.
Right, let's go back. Nav status. So currently our position shift is 0.4 nautical
Flight level
miles.
100. Landing lights switches off.
Right, this is the page I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so at this point in time, you can see all the sources where the aircraft can get its position from. Okay, and Yeah, currently we obviously running on the GPS. That's the dominant one when that is on. So if we simulate GPS failure or GPS jamming and we switch that off, I want you to keep an eye on the actual navigation performance over there. Right, so currently the GPS means nothing to it, and over time you're going to see that's going to increase. That's where the IRS drift comes in then. Well, it's supposed to increase. I'm not saying anything. Let's keep an eye on it. It could be that there's a radio that's closer that's helping a bit. We'll let it ride. We'll let it ride. We've basically switched off the GPS now, and we're relying just on the IRS itself, ADIRU, whatever all these fancy names are. We'll just let it slide. Did you guys see the new update screenshot for the next version of X-Plane, where they showed the new clouds? They look stunning, eh? Much better than what we have now. I'm not using XEnviro, by the way, because of the test flight situation. So I'll use it again when I just toss around. So this is all standard X-Plane clouds. Yeah, Moody, that's what I suspected. Let's actually do that. Let's try it. Page 2. Get my bearing straight. Ugh. Must I know which one it is? That one. Yeah. I was flying the other day, and that thing shot up so high. It was incredible. Very, very soon. A couple of minutes. I was a couple of 100 meters extra gone off the trail.
Transition altitude.
Check, it's climbing, you're right. No, that's a huge difference. Nice. Media, I'm not sure either. And the way Zibo works, I've grown used to it now. He implements portion by portion by portion of the code. And he said before the stream, there's a new update he's sending out in about an hour's time, which is probably half an hour from now. You know, and then he's added more to the code, more to the realism. And that's just the way he operates, man, step by step. So you might be 100% right, I don't know. But it's something that will obviously still come then if it is supposed to be. Morning, John. I saw no mention of that in the release notes, so more than likely not. I didn't know there was something wrong with it. Okay, so somebody in Tama want to switch the GPS back on. It obviously needs to reacquire the signal and then bring the actual ANP down, and then we need to switch it off again and make sure it loses it again. Okay, you're welcome, John. By the way, what do you perceive as being wrong? If you can enlighten me, because the next step would be you need to put it on the forum. Because Zibo works in such compartments, even if there was a mistake, he's not necessarily going to see it, just as I don't know about it, because that's not where we're focusing, that's not where we're looking. So if there is a problem, you need to please note it for us on the forum. It's easy enough to go back to the code and just check quick. It's an easy fix, obviously. .38 already. Okay, let's try this. Let's go to position 2. For the GPS update, look how it's falling. Look. Let's switch it off quickly. Stop it right there. Somewhere there. Now DME is on, that should also bring it lower. Depends, we're flying into the sticks now, eh? So Anything's possible. It's on. Now we're about normal again.
Thousand to level off.
And now, the thing that failed the other day, let's go and switch GPS off and see if it climbs back up again. Our NP should start to rise again. Might as well keep the ME off. Okay. Yeah, look at it line. Look at that number. Hey, Papa Mike. You're welcome. I'm sorry I couldn't stream the weekend without electricity and needing the solar and battery power for other stuff. It was really difficult. I'm glad I'm back. That little position indicator over there is going way out. Now you can see how far we're out visually. Because I just need to go fetch my dinner quickly. I'll be back.
Okay.
Some pilot, I'm just back. Sorry, I had to fetch my dinner quickly. Click on the link below the video. You'll see it says show more. If you open it, everything's in there, the whole change log. I've typed it out. It's too much to put into the comments. So it's just under the video. Roland, absolutely not. No, it's supposed to be all on. It is definitely not a problem to leave them all on. I'm literally just testing the code to make sure that if you switch them on and off, they don't fall asleep, you know, that they actually come back and do what they're supposed to do after the switch. It's interesting. As I'm sitting here now, I am searching a little bit more on GPS jamming and GPS spoofing. So the question I asked was, where is it most prevalent? And got three areas basically highlights: Eastern Mediterranean and Middle East. And the pilots are reporting an increased GPS spoofing incidents over the sea. That includes Iraq, Iran, and the Eastern Mediterranean, and then the Black Sea and Eastern Europe, Cyprus, Israel, Ukraine, that areas. And then they're talking about Northern Europe, Norway, no, let me not say that, it's Finnmark, I don't know, the Finnmark region, okay, that's a region. Norway, Finnmark region. The implications is the surge in GPS interference incidents has prompted aviation authorities and industry stakeholders to seek solutions. In November 2024, aviation regulators, manufacturers, trade bodies and airlines convened an emergency meeting in Cologne in Germany to address the issue. Recommendations include developing anti-spoofing technologies, retain traditional navigation systems as backup, and enhancing pilot training to manage such interference. The number of affected flights surged from a few dozen in February, that was last year, to over 1,100 in August, causing cockpit systems to malfunction and generating false alerts. Wow, that's a lot. Christer, yeah, nice. Yeah, I've been fiddling a little bit here, and we've seen some significant indications of position shifting and things happening here. Our A&P has gone up to in the 50s, 0.5 something. It was high. So we've been rocking the switches a little bit, on off to see, the difference between the DME and then the GPS accuracy and things like that. They think very quickly in English there. So, yeah, we're having fun. No, we're having fun. Go to your position page, nav status. Click nav status, go to page 2, and then you can fiddle. All right, so if you want to simulate a GPS failure or spoofing or, some GPS issue, you just switch it off, and then you keep an eye on your A&P, and you'll see how it starts to rise. DME is the other one if you want to make it rise faster, because DME will keep it reasonably low. If you want to make it rise faster, just switch DME off as well. So basically it's just depending on itself, and you'll see quickly it's going to turn around and then just skyrocket up. We've actually demonstrated it a few times now already. But I know you only arrived now, so that's why I'm showing again. And for the other guys that are new, that's what we're playing with. Yes, look, we're losing our line. We're going all over the place. See, look at that. Ooh, look where it's gone to now. Wow. Oh, we're drifting way off our line now. You can actually see it proper. How we're drifting. Phew, that was significant. I'm on 3.9 nautical miles. 2.1 there, 3.9 there. 1.2 on the FMC. That's flippin' interesting. I like this. This is real nice next step. We've got 8 radio stations we're listening to try and determine our position. And I think that one is the one, obviously, with the highlight that it's actually using, if I understand it correctly. Christer, about an hour ago, he said he's about to release another fix an hour from then, which is around about now, this time. I haven't seen any movement yet. I don't know if it's an internal fix for us to test again, or whether it's a public fix, because I'll tell you now. Let me just get to our messages. We were chatting earlier. There's this error that comes up on the FMC that says IRS NAV only. And that points to a unfinished system. He's busy finishing it, and yeah. So Yeah, when it drops, I'll tell you guys. If it's public anyway, if it's internal, we're not going to stress about it. So as always, Criteria is building the modules little bit by little bit by little bit, you know. So the next module is due soon tonight, if all goes well, I suppose. Patience. Looks like there's a second one. I presume that's how it indicates which ones are in use. I better start prepping for the descent. don't know, Christer. I haven't had the luxury of time to really go deep into it. That's one of the reasons I'm doing this flight, to wrap my mind around a bit. And I keep asking AI for answers, and then I ask Zibo for answers, and I read a lot. I don't know. I'm not sure. One thing I know that's supposed to now stay in the FMC after you land is route 2, if you haven't used it, or your second route at least. Again, that's how I understood it from Zibo, and I don't have a route 2 in my system, so I can't even test it now. I forgot to put one in. I'm not going to bother now. Apparently that's supposed to stay, but I haven't had the luxury of time to test it. Well, I beg your pardon. Gee. Get that altitude compensation there because of the cold. Wow. That's over 200 feet. Sure. Okay, gents, I'll be back. Aircraft is set to do the descent and all, so I'll be back just now.
Ready for descent procedure. Approach top of descent.
I'm back, I'm back. I see we are descending nicely. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Fix 33 is available, but I need to land now, so you can probably grab it from Zibo's Google Drive so long. I'll put it in my one and then do all the other releases and notes and everything after I land it. If you can't wait, you can go download it so long. Excellent, Christer. I just want to check the release notes here quickly. Correction of systems working with GPS, okay. Add option DME VOR inhibit NAV 8 stations, okay. And then there's a couple of little bugs. Right, and then he says, if I presume, it's not clear, if you enable the GPS signal to fail, it creates areas with a radius of 200 nautical miles from the current position where the GPS signal fail occurs. He's even taken the radius into account. Hello, Gilbert. Good evening. Right, so I asked Zibo now about this asterisk. That is your ADIRU, your IRS, okay? And because it's drifted, the only way that you can realign it, in other words, get it right on the nose of your aircraft, right there at the tip of the triangle, right, is on the ground. It can only be updated on the ground via the FMC or the IRS keyboard during the align process. Okay, so effectively we know we've drifted, but we can't do anything about it until we're on the ground. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Zibo's giving me some education in the back here. I'm going to repeat it to you guys later. Let him just finish writing because I see he's really going at it now. And thank you, by the way, Zibo.
Approaching transition.
All right. Okay. Christer, hope you're still here. This, I think, is mean a lot for you specifically. The way the FMC works is it uses a triangle in its computations to get the FMC position, because the aircraft, the autopilot, flies by the FMC position. It does not use the GPS, radio, and ADIRU and things like that specifically individually. It basically makes a calculation to get the FMC position based upon the GPS, the radio, the ADIRU, which is your IRS. Okay, so you need to understand that. And then your highest priority is obviously the GPS, then the radio, and then the ADIRU. And then if you're in the radio position, I don't know where to set this. I still need to figure that one out. The highest priority is the DME source next to VOR, and then localizer. When you switch the GPS off, the FMC calculates the position from the radio and ADIRU. The radio has a higher weight. Okay. Hello, Justin. Yes, sir. By the way, I sent you a message the other day, and believe it or not, now that I see, I can't remember if you actually answered me. Somebody asked me if you're going to update shared flight for the latest Zibo, and I think you just gave me the answer there. How are you doing, Justin? Are you okay? I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're okay. So effectively, we've been flying most of this flight. Whoops, wrong button. Oh, wait a minute. We've been flying this aircraft without the DME and the GPS update for a long time. Hello, Attila. This isn't the latest version. Version 33 was just released, so there's already bug fixes incorporated in that one. But in this version that I'm flying here, I've had fun flying this one because we've been toggling your nav options on and off, on and off, on and off. Let's go back to it, see if I see the radio position. Okay. Attila, it was literally like 5 minutes ago, if not less, that I announced that it's there. It's in Zibo's drive, but I mean, I'm flying, so you'll have to wait until I'm done here and settled on the ground, and then I can go and load and release on my side. Downloaded the copy already, it's here, but I haven't installed it, obviously. Don't worry. Yes, Attila. There was a poor viewer that came onto my stream one day, also live like you. My goodness. You should have seen his autocorrect. It was horrific. And the poor guy, he sent me a message. He was so embarrassed. He said, "Dal, he needs to pay more attention before he presses the enter button." Because every single thing he said was related to some adult nature, you know, and you're lucky, you got it right. It's not that. You will, Christer. That is why it is recommended between your, well, at your turnaround phase, okay? So between your flights, you need to do a quick realignment. And the way you do a quick realignment, once you've stopped, before you do your next flight, you basically have to switch your nav to off for 10 seconds. So both of them off for 10 seconds, and then you switch it back to nav, okay, after the 10 seconds. That way it does a quick realignment, and then it will give you a better position when you go to your position page. This one. You see, then it will give you an update. It will quickly update it for you. See, and for the longest time, us as simmers haven't cared to really do it to that level. But that's effectively what it comes down to. You need to switch it quickly off, count to 10, switch it back on. And then it does a quick. Yes, see. So that will become part of the process. Let it descend a little bit more there. Christer, Zibo says here, if you are sure the GPS position is correct, then you can select as a direct source for the FMC position on the position shift page. So go there. So if we believe the GPS is correct, we can select it and execute it, and then it should fix the ANP immediately. Look how it's falling. See. Aha, we're getting clever. Well, this is why the words is, if you are sure. If you make a mistake, we're going to blame you. It's not our fault. Look, I mean, because he said I should do it, I did it. Or he suggested that we can do it, I did it. So we saw it in action. I mean, look how quickly that thing fell. Okay, now we need to go back and we need to check if the GPS is back on page 2. No, GPS is still off, you see. So it's going to lose it. It's going to slowly drift. Look, it's going out again. But at that moment, it put it into a place where we think it's correct. Zibo says we can use the radio. The radio as well. I think, yes, there's the radio. It says we can use the radio as well. Same way, same principle.
Thousand to level off.
Christopher, if you fly in one of the areas I mentioned earlier, don't know if you heard them. I second that, because if they're spoofing or jamming the GPS, you're going to get into some trouble if you do things like this. Eh? It just shows you the capability. It shows you what Zibo is built in. It shows you what the real aircraft can do, I think, more than anything else at this point in time. So get down and flaps 50. What's the speed? In fact, so close we can go down all the way. Five, steady. Yes, Attila, I tell you.
Landing checklist.
I'm loving
Cabin
this. This
crew,
is actually
take
so
your
cool.
seats, prepare for landing.
Right. I'll try, Sean, I'll try.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude 7.
Hi Rob, welcome, welcome.
Approaching 30.
500. Cleared to land runway 30.
400. 300. Approaching decision height. 200.
This is the Toga button, by the way, gentlemen. So, you notice something funny on the FMA and stuff? It's just me.
50, 40, 30, 20. 20, 10,
Speed brake up.
Ooh, that was
Reverse
nice.
unlocked. Auto brake in use. Great landing.
Yeah, Sean put me under
You are
pressure. It's his
professional.
fault. Thank you, thank you. Thank you guys for spending the evening with me. I'm so happy to just have a flight in so many days. And it was really nice, lekker, as we say it. So I'm going to pull off here. I'm going to stop the stream, do my thing, and then I'll start releasing Fix 33 on my side, on my servers and stuff, and the torrent and so on. So you guys can go grab it from Zibo and his drive already and go have fun. Enjoy. I'll do the release notes after this parking and shutdown. Gents, thanks. Let me run. Have a good one. Thanks for everything and all your support. Bye-bye.